I wasn't really going to show these on a mail video, but I got this in eBay, and it came in an envelope, a brown business envelope. Contained in the envelope were 4 taps. Somebody, the seller, cut out a piece of cardboard to hold these and then place it in the brown envelope. And he charged $4.60, which is probably the mailing cost. Now, these are 4 by 36 taps. There are 2 bottoming taps here and 2 taper taps here. You can see the threads have been ground away, so they're tapered. Here's a bottoming tap. Those threads go almost to the bottom. Here's a taper tap, which is maybe a plug tap. In any event, it's sort of tapered towards it. Easier to start. This would be a bottom of the hole finishing tap. This would be a tap that you would start. These are 1/4 by 36, which are, in the United States, a specialty thread. And these are the threads used by the SMA connector. Here are the 1/4 36 taps. These are 4 American-made taps for $5. I looked at the seller's site, and he has shipping on almost everything. I think he forgot to put shipping on this sale, because $1.25 for these taps is an extremely good price. This is a AliExpress package. It's pretty heavy for what I think it is. I believe it to be 2 heat sinks. Extremely well packed. This is actually a pretty nice heat sink. A lot of meat here. Good for drilling and tapping. The downside is these cost $15 a piece. They're sold as a 50 by 69 by 36 millimeter heat sink. This is a quite bulky but very lightweight mail package. Pretty sure it's from AliExpress. Nice little card. So what we have here is an OPA 541 which is this sort of op-amp-like device. There's a preamplifier here. Nice, what appears to be a beefy heatsink. Nicely tapered fins, very thick bass, that's good. I believe this thing requires a split power supply, that's positive and negative, with the neutral. Well, it has inputs, both screw and SMA connectors. I believe the output's the same. I believe there's an intermediate output that's taken between the two stages of amplification. It was sold on Ali as this. $30. What can you say? There are a couple of very good references on YouTube. One is actually using this module. A second one is the use of this IC, both to make a DC to say 50 kilohertz amplifier. I'll be doing a project involving this on a future video. This is another large package. I believe it to be AliExpress. It appears to be two purchases independently ordered but delivered together. These are two more heat sinks. They're pretty nice heat sinks from AliExpress. Second package. Appears to be a kit. There's a nice big circuit board. And a whole bunch of components, IC sockets, looks like a pair of tip 3055 NPN power transistors. And what this is another Chinese power supply kit. It's much more complex than what I've been building. If you've watched at all of the last couple videos, maybe 3, I've been struggling with this 30 volt 5 amp kit, which turns out to be just a 30 volt 3 amp kit that they've mislabeled. And the problem with any of these kits is the rating. To meet this rating, the past transistors have to have one hell of a heat dissipating device. They have to be pretty robust in themselves as well. The way this one gets around that is to use a special transformer with a tap at 15, 23, and 31 volts. And so the actual input voltage, AC, to this power supply varies depending on what the output voltage is set at. So that at lower voltages, we can achieve the 5 amp rating without dissipating 30 volts at full 5 amps. That's the downside. It's going to take either a special transformer or a pair of transformers. Additionally, it requires, I've never seen it before, yet another transformer for control voltage. This will be a project. This kit, without the transformer, without a heatsink, without any meters, I think it has everything else. I truly believe is a 0 to 35, 0 to 5 amp power supply. What I've got here, what came in the kit, costs a little less than $20.